What we do to start the bracing scaffold layout is I always go on the 4th tie from the corner. So I always one right in the corner, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I make my mark. Here we actually painted some marks so that these guys won't lose the mark. That leaves me with approximately 2 feet from the corner. The reason I do that is these 2 planks are going to come through, and that way the other planks from the scaffold on the next wall are going to be able to come across, and it'll be unobstructed all the way around that. So you always want to start your brace at that point. And once I have my layout started out from here, I'll measure from this corner my plank length, and I'll start spacing my bracing accordingly, not going over the 6'8". That's what we usually try to do. Now I can count the ties as well, but my second step now is I'm going to work on this wall. I always have one right close to the corner, and the beauty with Fox Blocks is we have a full tie, 1.5 inch wide tie in 2 locations at the corner. I can pick one of those and I can put my brace right on that, and that gives me full strength at that point. That way when my planks are sticking passed out, that's going to give me support, and I'm not going to lose my balance like I have with other form systems. And I'll count from this one coming back. So from here I'm going to go approximately 6 foot to 6'8", make a mark, do it again, and I'm not too worried about this one here. Here you'll see that I'm 32 inches from the corner. That's fine because these 2 planks will be able to rest on top of those 2 planks, and it'll give me full support coming around the corner. So that's something you have to think about. So now I'm going to take and walk along here going 6 foot or 6'8" on center with my bracing, and I just keep going all the way to this far end. And then this one ended up being, again, I'm 32 inches from the corner, so this wall actually worked out quite good. I could be even 5 foot from the corner, and I'm not worried about it because those 2 planks will rest on top of the other 2 planks. This one here I had started at 2 feet from the corner, just like I started my other layout. And now you can see here a brace that we put up. This is the stiff back. We just set up a mock wall here. I put the stiff back up again, so we put 1 screw per row. And once we have that on, I put the turnbuckle on, and I made sure the turnbuckle was at the center of the threads. Usually the bracing will have a mark here. There's different brands of bracing in the market, and most of them will have a mark where the center of the threads is, so you look for that. And then you can pin it down to the ground. These guys are just doing this temporarily. Later on they'll have it on a slab, and they'll use some Tapcons or something else into the concrete. And then you put your scaffold bracket on, which goes above that with a gravity pin. Most brands have it set up this direction. And that is allowing, if I measure this, that's going to be top of wall, and that's 42 inches down from the top of wall. So if you look at this, 42 inches, it's almost perfect. That's right here for top of wall. That meets the OSHA requirement for fall restraint, and it's a real comfortable position for placing concrete. So you want to always look for that, look for your end result, and do the bracing properly so that when you place in concrete, it's gonna be comfortable.